Manchester?
Not by memory, no, sir.
Okay. Are you aware there's a policy to handle things like gum labels and stickers and graffiti?
Not by memory, no, sir.
Okay. And you did that on your own volition? You weren't called in for overtime to remove those stickers or anything?
That's correct.
So it's just in your normal course of your duties, you decided to remove the stickers?
Yes, sir.
Appreciate that. That's all I have for this witness.
Okay. Any brief redirect?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Miss, appreciate it. You're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State can call its next witness, if you please.
Thank you. State Call Sergeant Michael Caron.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Sir, you go ahead and remain standing, raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm the testimony you're about to give the court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Okay, go ahead and have a seat. Make sure to keep your voice up, listen to the question, and answer it as best you can, especially since we're recording.
Thank you. Could you please, sir, state your name and spell your last for the record?
It's Michael Caron, C-A-R-O-N.
How are you currently employed?
I'm employed as a full-time police officer with the City of Manchester, New Hampshire.
What's your current rank?
My current rank is Sergeant.
How long have you been with Manchester Police in a law enforcement capacity?
I've been with the Manchester Police Department almost approximately 15 years. Prior to that, I had 5.5 years with the Bedford, New Hampshire Police Department.
Were you working with Manchester Police on March 9, 2021?
I was.
In the early morning hours, could you tell us what was your job function at the time? Where were you located? What were you doing, if you recall?
I'm assigned to the midnight shift as a patrol sergeant. I was working on the street, in a street capacity as a supervisor in a fully marked police vehicle.
At any point in the early morning hours, did you come to learn, or was it brought to your attention that there may be some issue with respect to unauthorized stickers on the police department door?
I was.
Okay. So how did you react, or what was the first steps you took?
The first steps I had was to try to review some video footage of the actual doorway area of the police department.
And to be clear, your intent or your thought in reviewing video photo was to potentially accomplish what?
To figure out where to put the stickers on the door.
In your capacity, your 15 years or plus experience as a shift sergeant, you think that's how you describe yourself, correct?
Yeah, I've been a shift sergeant for like the last year.
Do you have the opportunity and access to dispatch and the authority to review surveillance video that exists at the Manchester Police Department?
I do.
Did you have an opportunity to personally review any video surveillance from the early morning hours of March 9, 2021?
I did.
All right. In reviewing that video, could you tell us what, if anything, first of all, are you familiar with the fact that there are exterior video surveillance equipment at the station?
I am.
And how would you describe its location and the area that it views as it relates to the main public front entrance?
So as you're walking into the main front entrance, there's a camera that faces, if you walk into the main front entrance to the north side of the building, it faces down towards the front entrance doorway of the entranceway to get into the PD.
All right. And you personally reviewed some of the video from earlier that morning.
I did.
What, if anything, did you see that was noteworthy or that caught your attention?
I observed a male placing what appeared to be some type of stickers on the glass window itself.
Would it be accurate to say that the application of these stickers to the, as you say, the glass window took place approximately 1:30 in the morning, according to the video?
That's correct.
In preparation for today, have you had an opportunity to review that exterior video surveillance?
I have.
All right, if I may approach, Your Honor?
Sure. What are you going to do? Just let me.
Sure. I'm going to show the officer a copy of the, unless of course the defendant stipulates to its full admission, show the officer a copy of its, in total duration, 1 minute and 15 seconds of that exterior video that he personally observed.
I'll stipulate to that it's me putting the stickers on. I mean, we don't have to go through all that. I'll admit to it right here, right now. I mean,
Appreciate
I
that.
put the stickers up, yes. I put the 2 stickers up.
Okay, the record will reflect that. What next?
Okay. At this point, I would move then, Your Honor, to admit as full exhibits, what's been marked for identification as State Exhibit 1A, 1B, 1C, as well as a packet of 2 photographs labeled as 2A and 2B. I'd move that they be admitted as exhibits.
Is there any objection to these photographs coming in, sir?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna ask you just a couple questions to see if perhaps Mr. Staples agrees to stipulate to this video as well. He's identified himself as being the person already agrees he's the person that placed the stickers on the door, but prior to his application of the stickers to the Manchester Police door, did you have any prior contacts with him in the preceding handful of hours?
I did.
Where did that interaction take place?
At the intersection of Central Street and Elm Street in front of the Doubletree Hotel.
And do you have knowledge as to whether or not that interaction may have been recorded in any way?
It was.
And as you sit here today, have you had an opportunity to review any video that may have been publicly posted via the app or the website YouTube?
Yes.
Does that accurately reflect the interaction that you had with Mr. Staples a few hours prior to him placing the stickers on the front door?
It does.
Sorry, I have a question if I may. So,
What does this have to do with anything?
well, hold on, before we even get there, I wanna make sure I understand what's being testified to. So Sergeant Caron is saying that he found a random video on YouTube that supposedly shows the defendant in front of the Doubletree Hotel on Elm Street, is that right?
Previously, and I'm gonna
Hold on,
object.
hold on. Before you comment on it, I just wanna
Sure.
be able to frame the question on any, evidentiary issues that we have. So that's the question that you're asking, and you said, yes, he found this random YouTube video. So, officer, is that a correct characterization of your answer?
The video was provided. I observed the video of Mr. Staples and myself having an interaction at Central and Elm Street as I reviewed that prior to.
But I guess, where did it come from? Who gave it to you, or who caused you to take a look at it?
I provided that.
Okay, alright.
To the officer, I'm asking if it accurately reflected the interaction.
And I'm gonna object on what relevance this has to what the stickers on the police station, because this took place allegedly prior in the evening. At about what time are you alleging this took place?
That's a good objection. I'll withdraw the line of questioning.
Okay,
Alright, so then I'd be left with what I did here, because I wanted the court, of course, to have that 1 minute and 15-second video clip of the exterior of the police department.
okay,
Alright, so what I did, I made a disc of that video so that it could be a full exhibit for Your Honor, to the extent you're not in a position to make a decision on the spot here this afternoon, and perhaps you were going to take it under advisement. I wanted you to be in possession of the full video. What exists on this disc, what I've marked as State Exhibit 4 for identification, is that 1 minute and 15-second video clip at the station that we're all talking about, the video in question. Also, I put on there that earlier clip, not knowing that Mr. Staples was going to stipulate to the fact that he's the one that put the stickers on there. So, with that stipulation in place, and his objection to talking about the earlier interaction, I'd like to admit it as a full exhibit, clearly on the record, only for the purpose of the court reviewing the 1 minute and 15-second video clip of the surveillance at the police department, and that the court should disregard and not look or open the second video clip that's attached.
okay, so just for the video from out front of the Manchester Police Department?
Yes, and it's plainly labeled as video, and it shows 1M15S, representing 1 minute and 15 seconds.
I mean, I don't even care if the court sees it for full transparency, and just because it's public information, it's publicly out there, but the relevance, I don't care. You can go watch it later or whatever. It's not a big deal, but I'm just curious as how he's trying to gather evidence of something else or something. I don't know what he's trying to do
And
here.
he's not asking me to look at that. I will take it in. I will look at the first video, the one that occurred in front of the Manchester Police Department. I will gladly disregard the second one.
All right, thank you, sir.
And may the court grab the photographs over
Yes,
there?
may I, thank you.
So admitted. Go ahead, continue.
All right, and finally, Officer Caron, as the shift supervisor at that time, are you aware of any authority that Mr. Staples may have had previously granted from your department to place those particular stickers on the door at that time?
I do not.
Thank you, Sergeant. No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay, any questions you wish to ask this witness, sir?
Sure. Would you characterize the stickers as political speech or political in nature, the words on them and the messages?
I'd have to review it, what it actually says again, if you want me to.
So were you aware before you filed the charges for this that I was already arrested for stickers once previously?
I'm aware that you were, yes.
Okay, and was this retaliatory in nature?
No.
So are you aware of the graffiti statute in the city?
And if you'd like me to review
Ordinance.
it, I can review it for you.
No, not really. But are you aware that there's a gum label provision in there?